Hi everyone. So let's talk about scanners. Now, how do you find the stocks to trade? This is a very tough question, right? Like they're around, I think in the NASDAQ, there are close to 4,000 stocks. And then in another market, in the New York Stock Exchange, there's another 2 to 3,000 stocks. So in total, there are 7,000 stocks. But every morning, the profitable traders, they all end up trading that one stock. And then the next day, they all end up trading that one stock or one or two stock. Now, how do these traders find that stock, basically come down to that one stock and trade that stock and make money? They use scanners. So scanners are basically sort of like filters that you have probably used in Excel sheet or any other, I don't know, Jira, any software that filters it down for you. So scanners are the same thing. Scanners are filtering it down, the stocks for you based off of volume, based off of float, based off of price up, price down. So you can go to scanners, and most of these brokers, their softwares, they do actually come up with built-in scanners. But if you wanted to up your game, you can also buy third party, which are very pro in the scanners. They can quickly live feed, can give you the stocks like FinViz, I think FINVIZ, Benzinga Pro. You can use those, but those scanners normally charge a monthly fee. Anyways, so coming back to these brokers, most of these broker softwares, they actually come up with scanners, so you can use them. I think that should be totally fine for you to find your right stock to trade. So one thing that I think, which is really important in scanners to understand, is you should scan based off the relative volume. And relative volume basically means that where is the war? Where is the battle right now? Where is today's hot battle? That is basically what relative volume tells you compared to, because there are stocks that they have let's say they have 100 million shares getting traded every single day. If they're getting 100 million shares traded every single day, that means that's very normal for them. But if that stock gets traded 500 million shares that day, so that means that there is a battle going on, a better war going on. So these scanners, if you scan based off the relative volume, you will find out which stock are basically hotter stock of the day, and those stocks are the place for you to go and capitalize and make some money. All right. So the next thing, that once you found your scanner from the stock market, so then you of course you want to know what other traders, at what price are they getting in, at what price are they getting out. What does this whole battle around this specific stock, what is this going to look like? So for that to understand, we need to understand two main tools. One is called level 2, and one is called time and sales. They also call it the tape. Level 2 is basically telling you the open orders, or the supply and the demand, like what buyers and the sellers want to. It's want to, it's not executed yet. These are all open orders. What other buyers and sellers, what price are they want to buy? What price are they want to sell? I don't know if you guys have remember from the old days that these in the Wall Street, people used to shout like, I want to buy 100 shares of Apple at $20, or I want to sell 100 shares of Tesla at $18. So these shouting part are basically what level 2 is. And you can see how many people at what price or they want to buy and sell. So that's that. Now, the tool next to level 2 is time and sales, which also calls the print. It's also called the print or the tape. In here, you actually see the actual order that got executed, the exact orders with a timestamp, with the number of shares, and it just goes through. Now, there are 3 different colors that goes through. There's green color, there's red color, and there's white color. Green is more around the orders that head the bed, which is basically means more bullish. Red is the orders that head through the ask, bearish. And then white is in between the spread. So if you look at the tape, because these tapes normally they go really fast. I'll try to upload a video, but they go really fast. But one thing you can look at these tapes is you can understand, okay, is it more red going through, more green, or more white? Based off of the color as well, you can get a sense of what the other traders are thinking about this battle, what the other traders are thinking about this stock. Are they more buying? Are they more selling? So what is the sentiment around this stock? So that is time and sales. We're going to talk a lot. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk a lot about time and sales, because reading time and sales by itself is a skill, and it's very hard to understand. You can also tell from the time and sales if the orders that went through, are they more retail orders or are they more algo orders, and how can you differentiate between that? So there's a lot around time and sales based on different stocks, different flow types. Of course, we'll talk about time and sales in extensively. But for now, I think just understanding that there's level 2, open orders, what other traders, the demand and supply look like, and time and sales, or the actual orders that went through. All right. So these two tools that we need to understand. Now, okay. So scanners are giving you the right stock to trade. You find the right stock to trade, and then you go to your level 2 and time and sales. You understand what the other traders are buying and selling. What is the sentiment looking like? Then you, of course, you want to get into the battle. You want to get into this buy and sell this stock. Now, before you entering into buying and selling this stock, don't forget, for day traders, do not risk more than 1% of your account. This is very important. This is basically, you want to enter the battle with ammunition. You don't want to take all your ammunition, because if you take all your ammunition into the battle, you might just get killed and you might just be dead, and then you no longer can go into any other battles. So because every profitable trader, every single one of them, they all have losing trades. No trader in the world has every single winning trades. No, it's impossible, because every trade you go, you might get a hit, So that's why you want to, that's why it's a game of percentages. You want to get in. If you see the battle, you're getting hit, you know you're losing, escape, my friend, yeah, get out, and then you go to the next battle. You see it's a better battle, then you can actually see that people are getting killed, and it's a good opportunity for you, good profit. Then take a lot of money and get out. So this is basically what risk management tells you, that you do not want to risk all your ammunition in one battle, because stock market and day trading, it's basically you're fighting a battle every day, and you don't want that one battle to be the end of your career, end of your career in the stock market. So it's very important to be really calm, really composed, and I like to call it like the Keanu Reeves movies, those battles that you go in there, you're very calm, quiet, and you're not emotional. You get in, take your profit, get out, and again you do it tomorrow, and then again you do it the day after tomorrow. So every single day. And if you want to be a profitable trader, you want to basically do a 9 to 5 through stock market and day trading, that is the number one rule that we teach at Trade Easy. 1% rule. Do not risk more than 1% of your capital. Because if you do, then that's the end of your career. Okay? So that's number one. Now, once you put your ammunition, okay, now you want to enter into the battle. When should you enter the battle? That's very important. Stock market opens at 9:30 New York time, and then between 9:30 and 10:30 is the time where a lot of other retails are there, and a lot of other algos, of course, are there. So the volatility and the volume is a lot, during 9:30 to 10:30. That is the great time to get in the market, take some profit, get out. The reason is because these algos are also hunting other not so smart traders who are probably risking more than 10%, 20%, and then they get emotional, so they lose, and then as a result of that, everybody, algos and everybody else take their money. So you also can basically take some profit between 9:30 and 10:30 with less than 1% of your account, get in, and that's a good time to make money. Before 9:30, before the market opens, we call it the pre-market. That is a great time for you to prepare. Use a scanner, scan where are the other stocks, what is the hot stock of the day, read the level 2 open orders, what are the other traders, or read the time and sales. So, and then plan your entry and exit, what price you want to enter, what price you want to exit, allocate your 1% capital. Okay, this is the amount I want to get into the market with, and then this is what you normally should do, the pre-market. Market opens 9:30 to 10:30, you trade, you take your profit. 10:30, you do not want to trade, because after 10:30, it's from my personal experience as well. Normally, I'm very profitable between 9:30 and 10:30. After 10:30, a lot of other retail traders, they get out of the market. It's very hard to beat the algo then, because other retailers are not there. So then it's you versus the algo. And remember, you can never beat the algo. So it's great to not trade after 10:30. You see, so the best time is between 8:30 and between 9:30 and 10:30. All right, that was a quick coverage of what are scanners, level 2, time and sales, and then the 1% rule. We'll talk in the next videos. We'll talk more about what are the RSI, MACD, what are the support and resistance, which will give us a better understanding of when should you enter and when should you exit. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.